Okay, let's go. Gagawa tayo ng serye about kay Kiko Barsaga. Hihimay-himayin natin, pero don't worry. Most of the content will be in a few nitong araw na to, siguro dalawa at least yung gagawin natin. And then in the following days, i-cover na natin siya. Okay, so let's listen to him.
Well, I believe that if anyone should be investigated, the first person to be investigated is House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
And I agree na dapat talagang imbestigahan si Martin Romualdez at saka si Zaldico. Pero hindi personal knowledge yung aking reason. Kasi yan yung magiging rason niya. Tuloy lang natin ng konti.
Bakit po?
Because he's now Speaker.
Correct? Okay.
And do you think meron ba kayo personal knowledge about his involvement in any of the anomalous projects or any of the projects?
I have some personal knowledge.
Can you elaborate, sir?
I will not be elaborating that yet. But
Okay, so ako, ang main reason niya kasi is personal knowledge. I believe yung crux nung mismong argument niya or yung kung bakit gusto niyang i-implicate si Martin Romualdez dito is because of that. Pero ako, it's much more fundamental kung bakit gusto kong imbestigahan dito si Martin Romualdez. And I'll begin with the function of the Congress, okay? Ang Congress kasi is may oversight function sila sa budget. Although, ang Senate din meron, kaso mas malakas yung oversight ng Congress. Kasi meron silang, under the Constitution kasi, ang Congress has what we call the power of the purse, okay? Literal na pwede nilang imbestigahan yung budget at any point in time. Isang best example nito, kung naaalala nyo yung Good Governance Committee na sumilip doon sa budget ng OVP ni VP Sara noong 2023 hanggang 2024, yung nalaman sila Mary Grace Piatos and all of this. This is the power of Congress in play. Okay, so anong nangyari nun? Diba, inimbestigahan yung budget ni VP Sara and nakita natin sila Mary Grace Piatos and all. So meaning to say, if they wanted to investigate a budget, a specific line item, or a specific department, pwede nilang gawin yon. And pwede rin silang mag-iba ng line items or at least i-check yung mga line items through the House Appropriation Committee headed by Zaldico. Okay, kaya matunog yung Zaldico na yan kasi itong small committee na to sila talaga yung may totoong power of the purse. Kumbaga within the congressional power of the purse, sila yung pinaka number one. Siguro kung lalagyan natin ng power rankings mula doon. And of course, the House Appropriation Committee headed by Zaldico, or for that matter, any committee, answers directly to Martin Romualdez. So, in that sense, kung gagawa natin to ng analogy, di ba sa militar may tinatawag na command responsibility or yung pinaka boss ang dapat managot doon sa mga kalokohan ng subordinates nila. So if there was any anomaly within the budget, I think the leader should answer for it. Much the same as we are saying na si Rodrigo Duterte dapat ang managot doon sa EJK at doon sa mga police. Ganon din naman dito sa anomaly ng budget. Okay? Notice na hindi ko sinasabing flood control lang. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing flood control lang ang busisiin natin bagkus yung buong budget. Okay? Kasi may credence kasi naman talaga yung idea na may nangyaring hindi maganda nung 2025 budget. Why? Meron kasing mga group of lawyers na pinamumunuan nila Topacio, nila Vic Rodriguez, nila Bondoc na nag-file ng case, and even si Shelo Magno, I believe also na yun, di ba, magkakaibang faction yun, yung sila Shelo Magno sa pink yun. Tapos yung iba naman, literal na mga DDS yun, actually has the same criticism sa 2025 budget na maanomalya talaga siya. Okay, as the Congress has the power of purse, they need to be to be held accountable for this, or at least they need to answer for this. Gets nyo? Now, ang mga DDS, ang ginawa nila is nag-file sila ng case against kay Romualdez et al. Sa ombudsman, okay? Pero of course, matagal pa yon mareresolba. But we need the answers now. Sila Cielo Magno naman, of course, they did, ang ginawa nila, they tried to scrutinize the budget and explain to you guys kung bakit mali yon, okay? So, doon pa lang sa idea na yon, kailangan na talaga silang managot, di ba? And, i-sideline muna natin si Romualdez, bumalik tayo kay Saldico. Si Saldico naman, since time immemorial, siya yung may-ari ng SunWest. Okay? Dati, ano na daw siya, anong tawag mo dito, umalis na daw siya or nag-divest na siya. Pero alam naman natin na baka sa papel lang siya nag-divest. Baka. So, he needs to prove to us, tayong sa taong bayan, na talagang wala siyang kinalaman sa mga anomaly nung budget. Again, notice na hindi lang flood control ako nagfo-focus dito kasi it's much, much deeper than the flood control. The flood control is just one of the many, many, many possible things na pwedeng maging problema nitong na pwedeng makita dito sa budget na to. Okay? So, that's another thing. Now, yung isa naman, and hindi lang yun kasi yung isang kamag-anak ni Zaldico ay isa din sa malaking contractor, yung tatay nung isang Nepo baby, di ba? So, all I'm saying is that this is so interconnected kay Zaldico and kay House Speaker Romualdez na they need to at least answer for the questions na kailangan nating na ating tanong sa kanila. Saan ba napupunta yung pera ng taong bayan? It's simple as that. So, now, balik tayo kay Kiko Barsaga. I think okay yung idea niya. But, of course, ngayon kasi medyo nalagyan siya ng politika and mamaya or nakulayan siya ng politics ng DDS. Mamaya today pag-uusapan natin yan in great detail, dadahan-dahanin muna natin. Pero I would just like to set the predicate that fundamentally I agree with Kiko Barsaga that Martin Romualdez and Saldico has to answer for the people. Okay? And let me go back doon sa sinabi ni VP Sara in 2024. She is not entirely wrong. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing sobrang mali, tama siya. Pero hindi ko rin naman sinasabing sobrang mali siya. Ang sinasabi ko lang, may point siya in saying na si Romualdez at si Saldico ang may hawak ng budget. In the sense that the Congress has the power of the purse, and in the sense that Martin Romualdez has the capability to scrutinize, to make committees to scrutinize the budget. I am saying it that way. Totoo ba na nag-insert sila ng line items na na inilagay nila sa bawat distrito? Yan ang dapat nating malaman kasi wala akong ebidensya towards doon. I am arguing with the known functions of the House Speaker and the known functions of the Congress. Kumbaga, nasa saligang batas yung argumento ko. Gets nyo? Yun yung nilalaban ko rito as argumento kung bakit dapat managot si Romualdez at si Zaldico. So eto, sabi ni Kiko Barsaga dito, good news, papalitan na si House Speaker Romualdez, bad news, si Sandro Marcos ang papalit. Meow, 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 meow. Well, eto lang ang masasabi ko kasi. The speakership kasi is a very powerful role a very powerful role siya sa ating political scene. Bakit? Kasi una-una, hindi natatanggal ang House Speaker unless pagbotohan ng mga kongresista. The only way that the House Speakership will change if the congressman will vote for another person to be set as speaker, di ba? Pero ang presidente at ang vice presidente pwede silang matanggal through impeachment. By that virtue alone, alam mo na kung ang mga kongresista ay merong pa ring pakinabang sa Speaker of the House, hindi mapapalitan yan kahit anong pilit. Sa ganitong pamamalakad, kung si Sandro Marcos yung papalit, baka naman yung dynamics pa rin ng speakership ni Romualdez ay ganun, nandun pa rin. Kumbaga, on paper lang siya mawawala, but in reality, siya pa rin yung nagpapatakbo behind the scenes. So kung talagang gusto nilang palitan, maybe someone na iba sa pamalalakad ni Speaker Romualdez ang dapat pumalit. Pero in my opinion, whether papalitan siya or hindi is immaterial. What is material is dapat silang dalawa ni Zaldico has to be at least ask so many questions about what happened to the 2025 budget, and siguro yung mga preceding na rin yon. Pero that does not absolve the fact na kung meron makita ang mga committee ng Senate, Congress at ng etong binuo ng executive ni BBM na kung meron din anomalya sa previous administration, dapat din managot yung mga yon. Dapat managot ang lahat. Pero let's start with yung tayo ay yung pinakamalapit, which is yung 2025, kasi ito yung pinaka-recent, di ba? So I agree with the idea na dapat imbestigahan si Romualdez at si Zaldico, pero yung the way that I presented it is yung fundamentality ng function ng Congress and the Speaker of the House. Yun lang naman po yung sa akin for today. Abang lang po tayo sa mga susunod na content about kay Kiko Barsaga, Gege mga lods.